All right, so we just landed. I'm up here in Ohio. I'm visiting some family for Easter weekend, and just got back. We just parked the plane here in the hangar, and a lot of fans have expressed interest in meeting my family and wanting to know a little bit more about my family and a little bit more about me. And I'm going to introduce you here to my dad. My dad is an airplane mechanic. He's a master craftsman, and this plane that you're actually looking at here, folks, he actually built this thing himself, and he also knows how to fly this as well. So it's just absolutely amazing, and I just want to take the time to show you guys this plane, and I'm going to introduce you to my dad here, my dad, John.
Hey, how's it going, everybody?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a plane that I built, took about 3.5 years to build. On evenings and weekends, got a helicopter landing.
Yeah, typical. Right as we start the video. Oh, wow.
But anyways, it's all sheet metal, riveted, fiberglass and sheet metal, kind of a combo thing. As I said, it took about 3.5 years to build. Built it on evenings and weekends. And then after we got it all done, you know, now we're flying it and enjoying it and flying all over the place. We've been down to Alabama. It's flown it up to Wisconsin, to Oshkosh, which is a big air show every year. But yeah, the construction of it, it's like I say, it's all sheet metal. You can see all the rivets. The cowling here, this is all fiberglass. It comes just as a shell. So you have to trim everything and cut it. It is a kit, so it's not completely hand built. But it comes as just a shell. So any of you that work with fiberglass, you have to cut and trim, and like the NACA ducts, the ducts that are on here, the vents, everything we had to install, put all that stuff in ourselves and blend it in, and you know, made it up to the sheet metal itself. For a little small airplane, it's 100 horsepower. It cruises about 125 miles an hour comfortably. If you got a tailwind, you're going to go a little faster ground speed wise. If you have a headwind, you'll go a little slower. But comfortably, it's about 125 miles an hour. Again, all sheet metal, fiberglass tips on the end, fiberglass on the stabilizer back here. That mates up with the sheet metal. This is an old Fokker D7 back here, the frame. I started building that, haven't finished it yet. This is all hand done by tubing and cut and bent and to the fuselage. The wings, the tail surfaces are back there, so it's kind of a work in progress. It's kind of on hold right now. It's been doing some flying with this, but it's back in World War I. It was the fighter ace of World War I. It's a Fokker D7. It's a biplane, two-winged airplane on there. Anyways,
really cool. In progress.
To the Vans. This is a Vans RV12 IS is what it's called. The engine, again, it's 100 horsepower injected engine. Here's where the fiberglass all mates up with the sheet metal. This is actually fiberglass on the tip here and sheet metal. So there's a lot of blending work and stuff to get it in. The paint job, I had a company down in Gadsden, Alabama paint it. They're just incredible. I mean, they do incredible work. You can see it's just incredible paint job.
Just mint, absolutely mint.
But yeah, so this is basically it. Been flying now for, I've got about 100 hours total time on it right now. Been flying it since 22. So we're going into year 3 now, almost, with it. State of the art. If you want to stay there, I'll turn on the screens.
Yeah.
For a single engine airplane, the avionics package is amazing. I mean, it does everything that the jets that I work on for American Airlines does. So it's pretty amazing technology for a little single engine airplane. Once this thing boots up, takes a little bit for it to boot up. But it's dual screen, it's all glass cockpit, so there's no steam gauges, you know, the old type steam gauges. So here's all your instruments, flight instruments. This is for tracking to fly somewhere. It has an autopilot on it. These are your engine instruments. You turn them on so you can just see those come alive. You can see how it is. This is the map. So your map's on that side and all your flying instruments are on this side. So it's all moving GPS. You see the airplanes when you're up in the air, where they're at in relation to you, what altitude, what, high or low below you, what direction they're flying. So you kind of have some eyes on what's going on around you. If you don't see them physically outside the cockpit, it'll show up on there. So it's a pretty good safety feature. But again, the technology in this whole thing is it's unbelievable. So anyways, yeah, this is kind of my hobby thing. Justin knows, I've built probably 6 airplanes now in my lifetime, and I build them, fly them, sell them, and then build something else and fly something else. So
Yeah.
he's been around that the whole time.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's so cool. Talk a little bit more about the hand, made, the transition from the fiberglass to the sheet metal.
Yeah,
All these little parts. People don't really realize just how much work really goes into this. I mean, it's just it's
so
incredible.
like if you look at the canopy here, I'm gonna come up around front.
Yeah. Let me move around here.
Like I was saying, the cowling parts, they all come as just a shell, a basic shell, and then everything has to be trimmed and cut to match. Like the sheet metal, this is sheet metal here in a box, but this piece here is all fiberglass. That's all part of the lower cowl. But when you look at something like this is the one. This is what really took the time to build. So this little fairing here that goes across from the canopy, that holds it all on when it flips up and down. This was all handmade. And this is sheet metal actually back here, but the fiberglass, you can see it kind of flares into the sheet metal. And you don't see a seam because, well, there was a lot of work to make it so you didn't see the seam.
It's just
But
seamless.
yes.
I mean, you can't even tell the transition there.
No,
It's just
so-
incredible.
Yeah, and this was all laid up by hand. So it was just sheets of fabric and resin, that made this whole piece. And then, of course, it all had been trimmed and fitted so that we got a nice tight fit on the forward fuselage there once the canopy is closed.
It's incredible.
So that honestly, out of the whole project, the fiberglass work took the most.
How
Riveting,
many hours do you think on that?
The fiberglass itself, I would say, easily over 2,000 hours.
Wow.
And the cowlings, the wheel pants, there's fairings on the back where I showed you guys on the stabulator. Those fairings are fiberglass, even though it looks like it's
Let's just
all
show
one
them that.
piece.
Let's take them back there.
Yeah.
Show them that.
Um,
It's all this little stuff you just don't really think about that.
Yeah, I mean,
Takes
if
so
anybody's
much
ever
time.
worked with fiberglass, it's forgiving because you could fix it and change it, but to get it just right, it takes a lot. It takes a lot of work. So, like I was saying earlier, before this is all fiberglass on these tips, sheet metal to fiberglass, but you won't see a seam here because we blended it all in to make it all look like it's one piece.
It's just meant, yeah. You wouldn't even tell.
Same thing up on the vertical. You can see there those curved pieces on top. That's sheet metal to fiberglass, even though it kind of looks like one piece, but it's not. Down here on this fairing, this lower fairing, this is a piece of sheet metal that came straight down, but we hand laid up this to make a scoop out of fiberglass to match him with the sheet metal.
All by hand.
Give it a little different look. Same thing with the wheel pants down below. The little skirts that you see where the skirts attached to the wheel pants,
Yep.
those were all handmade. We made those by hand too, out of just fabric and resin.
Wow.
Out of molds. We made a mold and then laid them up, and it just adds, every little thing that you do adds a little bit of speed too, because anything you could do to make anything a little bit more aerodynamic, it's going to go a little bit faster, a little less drag.
Wow. That's incredible.
And then, of course, as far as the paint job goes, as we were building this, my wife and I, as we were building it, we spent probably about 2.5 years designing how we wanted this thing to look on paper, on a 3D view of the airplane itself. So we changed a lot of iterations to it, changed around a lot of things. Always kind of wanted to go with these colors because everybody has a blue and red airplane. And I've always been partial to these colors because I just always thought that they really look good together and it kind of pops.
Yeah, really pops, man. When I was watching you do your touch and goes earlier, I was like, man, it just pops, man. I was coming down the runway, I was just like, man, it just looks killer.
Yeah. So like I say, it took you know about 2.5 years to finish it, and honestly, the last touches we put on it, it was over New Year's Eve one night, and the guy that we were working with from the paint shop, you know, we were like, man, it's New Year's Eve, like, you know, you get. And he's like, no, let's finish it. Like, okay, cool. So we finished up the final things that we wanted, and then they took it from paper and put it on the airplane. It was a company out of Alabama. They're unbelievable. They're called Evoke Aviation. They paint airplanes. They paint speedboats. Really good stuff. Great crew. Great guys. They know what they're doing. I mean, they took lines. You know, lining this, it's difficult. People don't think sometimes, but you got so many curves and stuff. So trying to take the curves and then match them to something that's on a different plane, it's not that easy. You know, like he took these points and dropped them off, and it picks back up here. If you look at it back from further, you can really kind of see how the whole thing comes around, where the black comes up and then it splashes back up on the tail. You know, the green, the white, you know, all those kind of things. Just little things that you don't really think about until you actually are putting it together. They're phenomenal crew. They do incredible work. They definitely took the airplane to the next level. But anyways, like I said, this is kind of my thing, my hobby. I build and fly airplanes, and then sell them, and then I'll build something else and fly that and sell that. And kind of like Justin with the guitars, you know, he'll play the guitar, play the hell out of the guitar, and then sell it and get a different one. And you know, we're both kind of on the same level, but in a different type of situation, obviously. You know?
Totally, never ends. It never ends.
Sure.
It's fun though, a lot of fun.
It's an addiction.
It is.
It's a
totally
double addiction,
sickness.
I think, so.
Total sickness.
Exactly. But anyways, yeah, thanks for checking it out, everybody.
That's awesome. Hell yeah. Yeah, man, that was so fun. Thanks so much for taking me up earlier, man. That was just amazing.
Yeah, good times.
It's just amazing to me, you know, that you could build something like this, you know, and then actually know how to fly it. Like, there's not many people that can really do that. I mean, to this level. I mean, it's just incredible to me. So I just wanted to take the time to share this with you guys and, you know, give you a little introduction here to my family. This is my dad. My dad's name is John. He also has a YouTube channel, Myers Aviation. Go and check it out. He's gonna be posting some more content up of different flights that he's doing and all kinds of airplane stuff. So go and check that stuff out. But that's all for today, folks. Thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it as always. Be sure to subscribe if you're brand new here, like the video, and drop a comment down below with what you guys think. I love hearing from everybody, and I'm forever thankful to all the fans out there and everybody that supports me. I couldn't do it without you guys. So again, thank you, and thanks so much for watching. We'll see y'all next time. Take care.